In this video, we will be going over the residential architectural styles used in America. This is part 3 of the series. Let's get started. Residential American vernacular architecture is a practical and unpretentious style, defined by its reliance on local materials and traditional building methods, rather than formal architectural theory. On the exterior, these homes are characterized by simple, utilitarian forms, such as the classic I-house or upright and wing, featuring steeply pitched gabled roofs, symmetrical window placement, and wide wraparound porches designed for natural cooling. The facade typically utilizes whatever materials were most accessible to the original builder, ranging from horizontal wood clapboard to native stone or brick, with little to no applied ornamentation. Inside, the architecture prioritizes functional, efficient layouts centered around the hearth or a central hallway, featuring modest woodwork, durable hardwood floors, and rooms that often served multiple purposes. The interior aesthetic is one of honest simplicity, emphasizing high ceilings for ventilation and a sturdy, handcrafted quality that reflects the regional climate and the specific needs of the working-class families who built them. Residential mansard architecture, most famously associated with the Second Empire style, is defined by its namesake mansard roof, a four-sided, double-sloped structure where the lower slope is almost vertical and the upper slope is nearly flat, effectively disguising a full habitable story as an attic. The exterior of these homes is often grand and symmetrical, featuring ornate dormer windows that break through the steep roofline, decorative cast-iron cresting at the peak, and heavily bracketed cornices. Inside, this architectural choice creates voluminous top-floor rooms with nearly vertical walls, providing significantly more living space and headroom than traditional pitched roofs. These interiors typically mirror the formal elegance of the facade, with high ceilings, grand central staircases, and elaborate plasterwork, all arranged in a spacious floor plan originally designed for affluent families looking to project a sense of Parisian sophistication and permanence. Residential millennium mansion architecture is a late 20th and early 21st century style, defined by its outsized scale and neo-eclectic mix of historical design elements. On the exterior, these homes are recognizable by their complex, high-pitched roof lines, featuring multiple intersecting gables and nubs, alongside asymmetrical facades that frequently use a wallpaper-like application of various cladding materials, such as brick on the front with vinyl siding on the sides. A signature feature is the towering two-story arched entry, often called a lawyer foyer, that dwarfs the home's other windows and creates a grand, albeit sometimes disproportionate, street presence. Inside, the architecture is designed to maximize square footage and amenity accumulation, featuring vast, open-concept floor plans with vaulted ceilings, palatial primary suites, and specialized spaces like home theaters or great rooms. These interiors emphasize superficial luxury through the use of mass-produced moldings, oversized chandeliers, and ornate finishes like marble or granite, all intended to provide a sense of grandeur within a standardized suburban framework. New traditional architecture is a contemporary movement that seeks to restore the human scale, walkable neighborhoods, and classical proportions that were often lost in mid-century modernism and later suburban sprawl. On the exterior, these homes are defined by a high-quality, authentic use of traditional materials, such as hand-laid brick, stone, and wood clapboard, organized into symmetrical, balanced facades with well-proportioned sash windows and welcoming front porches. Unlike the Millennium Mansion, new traditional design avoids excessive roof complexity, favoring clean, historically accurate roof lines like simple gables or hips. Inside, the architecture successfully blends the formal elegance of the past with modern living, featuring refined millwork, crown moldings, and dedicated entry foyers that lead into semi-open floor plans, where kitchens and great rooms feel spacious but are still defined by architectural transitions. The interior aesthetic is one of timeless comfort, prioritizing natural light, durable hardwood floors, and a sophisticated, neutral palette that creates a sense of permanence and understated luxury. Residential ranch architecture, or rambler, is defined by its low-slung, horizontal profile and single-story layout, designed to foster a casual indoor-outdoor lifestyle. The exterior is characterized by its long footprint, often in a rectangular, L or U shape, capped by a low-pitched roof with wide, overhanging eaves that provide shade and protect the home's siding from the elements. Large picture windows and sliding glass doors are hallmark features, providing abundant natural light and seamless access to back patios or courtyards. Inside, the style pioneered the open concept floor plan, where the kitchen, dining, and living areas flow together without traditional wall barriers, creating a spacious and airy environment. While the design is intentionally minimal and utilitarian, interiors often feature vaulted ceilings with exposed wood beams, attached garages for suburban convenience, and a clear zoned layout that separates communal living spaces from private bedroom wings. Residential styled ranch architecture refers to the practice of applying specific historical or thematic decorative skins to the standard single-story ranch form, allowing the versatile layout to adopt various identities, ranging from Spanish colonial to storybook fairy tale. While the core exterior remains long and low-slung with a shallow pitched roof, the styling introduces unique character-defining details. A Spanish-styled ranch might feature white stucco walls and red clay tile roofs, whereas a storybook-styled ranch includes whimsical touches like diamond-paned windows, decorative half-timbering, and steeper, more complex gables. Inside, these homes maintain the classic open-concept floor plan and strong connection to the outdoors via sliding glass doors, but the interior design is often customized to match the exterior theme, using exposed rustic wood beams for a ranch farmhouse feel or smooth plaster arches and colorful tile work for a Mediterranean look. This architectural hybrid allows homeowners to enjoy the modern convenience of one-level living, while expressing a more formal or ornate aesthetic than the typically unadorned suburban ranch. Residential folk Victorian architecture is a simplified, working-class adaptation of the more ornate Victorian styles, typically characterized by applying mass-produced decorative trim to standard folk house forms, like the L-shape or gable-front cottage. The exterior is defined by a symmetrical or modestly asymmetrical facade, featuring spindlework detailing on the porches, cornice brackets borrowed from the Italianate style, and jigsaw gingerbread trim along the eaves. Unlike the high-style Queen Anne, these homes lack complex towers, bays, and varied wall textures, instead using horizontal clapboard or wood shingles in bold regional color schemes. Inside, the layout is functional and less labyrinthine than its upper-class counterparts, prioritizing compact, square rooms and high ceilings that facilitate natural cooling. Interior character is achieved through restrained woodwork, including simple crown moldings, hardwood floors, and the occasional original masonry fireplace, creating a space that feels sturdy and artisanal, yet practical for a middle-class lifestyle. Residential Queen Anne architecture, the most elaborate of the Victorian styles, is defined by its whimsical and busy exterior, characterized by a highly irregular silhouette and a playful variety of textures. The facade is a collage of steeply pitched, intersecting gables, wraparound porches with delicate spindlework, and prominent corner towers, often round or octagonal with conical roofs. To avoid flat wall surfaces, architects used a mix of patterned wood shingles, like fish scale or diamond shapes, patterned masonry, and projecting bay windows, all typically finished in a vibrant, multicolor painted lady palette. Inside, the architecture rejects formal symmetry in favor of a labyrinthine floor plan that prioritizes visual discovery, featuring grand entry halls with monumental staircases, cozy inglenook fireplaces, and high ceilings with elaborate plasterwork. These interiors are a showcase of extravagant craftsmanship, utilizing rich, dark wood paneling, stained glass transoms, and intricate parquetry floors to create a sense of theatrical luxury and domestic comfort. Residential Richardsonian Romanesque architecture, pioneered by Henry Hobson Richardson, is a heavy and imposing style, defined by its massive, rugged masonry and a sense of eternal permanence. The exterior is characterized by rough-faced ashlar stonework, often in contrasting colors, broad Syrian arches over entryways and windows, and stumpy, clustered columns with intricately carved floral or monstrous capitals. These homes often feature asymmetrical facades with prominent conical roofed towers, deeply recessed window openings, and a general lack of delicate ornamentation in favor of bold structural weight. Inside, the architecture is designed to feel like a sophisticated fortress, utilizing open yet cavernous floor plans that feature massive stone fireplaces, heavy dark wood paneling, and grand staircases with chunky carved balustrades. The interior atmosphere is one of dimly lit masculine elegance, where the sheer scale of the materials, from thick stone interior arches to beamed ceilings, creates a space that feels both profoundly secure and artistically monumental. Residential Second Empire architecture, which flourished in the mid to late 19th century as a symbol of Gilded Age prosperity, is defined by its iconic mansard roof, a dual-pitched, four-sided structure with a nearly vertical lower slope that effectively hides a full living story. The exterior is grand and imposing, featuring a symmetrical facade, often centered around a prominent tower or pavilion, and is heavily ornamented with dormer windows that punch through the roofline, decorative cast-iron cresting, and paired brackets beneath the eaves. Inside, this architectural choice creates voluminous top-floor rooms with nearly vertical walls, providing significantly more space than a standard attic. The interiors mirror the formal opulence of the facade through extraordinarily high ceilings, grand central staircases, and elaborate plasterwork, all arranged in a spacious floor plan designed for high society entertainment and a sense of Parisian sophistication. Residential shingle architecture, often considered the first truly American modern style, is defined by its organic, shingled skin that wraps continuously over roofs and walls to unify the home's complex, asymmetrical form. The exterior is characterized by its steeply pitched rooflines, wide porches, and a lack of ornate gingerbread trim, instead relying on the texture of natural wood shingles, which were often left unpainted to weather into a silvery gray, to blend the house into its coastal or wooded environment. These homes frequently feature massive stone foundations, towering chimneys, and eyebrow dormers that curve gently out of the roofline. Inside, the architecture prioritizes a sense of openness and informal flow, centered around a grand entry hall and a large masonry fireplace that serves as the home's anchor. The interiors emphasize natural craftsmanship, showcasing exposed wood beams, polished hardwood floors, and built-in window seats that encourage a relaxed summer cottage lifestyle while maintaining a sophisticated artisanal aesthetic. Residential stick architecture, a mid-Victorian transitional style, is defined by its expressive use of stickwork, decorative vertical, horizontal, and diagonal wooden boards applied over the exterior walls to mimic the home's underlying skeletal frame. The exterior is characterized by a highly vertical and asymmetrical silhouette, featuring steeply pitched gabled roofs with overhanging eaves, supported by prominent exposed decorative rafters and knuckle brackets. These homes often include wraparound porches with diagonal braces and tall, narrow windows that reinforce the style's geometric, linear aesthetic. Inside, the architecture mirrors this honest structural theme through high ceilings and a formal floor plan that highlights ornate woodworking, such as heavy door surrounds, elaborate staircases, and parquetry floors. The interior atmosphere is one of sturdy, artisanal complexity, often showcasing large pocket doors and massive masonry fireplaces that serve as the focal point of the primary living spaces, bridging the gap between the simpler Gothic revival and the later, more flamboyant Queen Anne style. Residential dome architecture, primarily represented by the geodesic dome, popularized by Buckminster Fuller in the mid-20th century, is defined by its self-supporting, spherical silhouette composed of a complex network of interlocking triangles. On the exterior, this shell structure provides an incredibly high strength-to-weight ratio and superior energy efficiency by minimizing surface area relative to the interior volume, often utilizing specialized triangular panels made of wood, metal, or concrete. Inside, the architecture is characterized by a dramatic, column-free open space with soaring curved ceilings that facilitate natural air circulation and even heat distribution. Because the exterior shell is load-bearing, the interior floor plan is exceptionally flexible, frequently featuring mezzanine lofts, radial room layouts centered under the dome's peak, and unique triangular windows or skylights that provide unconventional views and a futuristic, airy atmosphere.
Thank you for watching. This concludes our series on residential architectural styles in America. This video has been brought to you by C94 Construction, LLC. Call us today at 302-867-7341 or visit us today at c94construction.com to get your next project started. $0 down financing is available. At C94 Construction, we specialize in providing custom carpentry and remodeling solutions for your home or business. All of our work is completed to the highest standards with the utmost attention to detail. Every project we take on is designed and handcrafted in-house by our local master craftsman, Christian Carr. When you choose C94 Construction to take on your next project, you are getting more than just a contractor. You are getting a personal advisor, designer, and craftsman all in one. You are getting a company set out on a mission to make your dreams become a reality.